The 100 Season 2 continues the post-apocalyptic saga, picking up immediately where Season 1 left off. The story delves deeper into the struggle for survival and the complex relationships among the characters. Episode 1. The 48. The season begins with Clark Griffin waking up in a stark white room. She discovers she's in Mount Weather, a facility inhabited by descendants of people who survived the apocalypse by living underground. Clark meets President Dante Wallace, who explains that his people cannot survive on the surface due to radiation exposure. Meanwhile, the remaining members of the 100 deal with the fallout of the grounder attack. Bellamy Blake and Finn Collins search for their friends while Raven Reyes struggles with her injuries. On the Ark, survivors led by Chancellor Jaha and Marcus Kane plan to make their way to the ground. Episode 2. Inclement Weather. Clark becomes suspicious of Mount Weather's intentions. She discovers that the facility's residents use the blood of the captured 100 to treat their radiation sickness. Meanwhile, Octavia Blake searches for Lincoln, who has been taken by the Reapers. Kane and Abby Griffin clash over leadership decisions as they try to establish order among the Ark survivors. Episode 3. Repercussions. Clark teams up with Anya, a captured grounder, to escape Mount Weather. They manage to flee but face numerous obstacles in the harsh wilderness. Bellamy, Finn, and Murphy capture a grounder and learn more about the Mountain Men's tactics. Jaha makes a perilous journey across the desert, hoping to find his people. Episode 4. Many happy returns. Clark and Anya continue their journey back to Camp Jaha, but Anya is killed by Arcadian guards. Bellamy and his group rescue a group of Ark survivors, including a young girl named Mel. Kane ventures into the forest to make peace with the grounders, but tensions remain high. Episode 5. Human Trials. Kane negotiates with the grounders to establish a truce. Clark reunites with her friends at Camp Jaha and reveals the truth about Mount Weather. Finn and Murphy track down a grounder village in their search for Clark, leading to tragic consequences when Finn massacres the villagers, believing they are hiding their friends. Episode 6. Fog of War. The massacre creates a rift between Finn and the rest of the group. Clark and Bellamy decide to infiltrate Mount Weather to rescue their friends. Meanwhile, Octavia and Lincoln, who has escaped the Reapers, seek refuge with a group of grounders led by Indra. Episode 7. Long into an Abyss. Jaha and Kane are captured by the grounders, and Abby pleads for their release. Clark negotiates with the grounder leader Lexa, who agrees to a temporary alliance against Mount Weather. However, the alliance is fragile, and trust is hard to come by. Episode 8. Spacewalker. The camp is divided over how to deal with Finn, who must face the consequences of his actions. Clark makes a difficult decision to hand Finn over to the grounders to maintain the alliance. In an emotional scene, Clark euthanizes Finn to spare him from a brutal execution. Episode 9. Remember Me. Clark struggles with the guilt of Finn's death. The alliance between the Sky People and the grounders solidifies as they plan an assault on Mount Weather. Meanwhile, inside Mount Weather, Jasper and Monty uncover more about the Mountain Men's plans and try to find a way to escape. Episode 10. Survival of the Fittest. Clark and Lexa bond as leaders as they prepare their people for war. Bellamy infiltrates Mount Weather to disable its defenses. Octavia trains with Indra, gaining respect among the grounders. Abby and Kane continue to manage tensions at Camp Jaha, striving to keep their people united. Episode 11. Coup de Grace. Bellamy successfully infiltrates Mount Weather and begins working from the inside to free his friends. Clark and Lexa face a deadly fog trap set by the Mountain Men. Jasper and Monty plot to take control of Mount Weather's radio system to contact their friends. Episode 12. Rubicon. Clark and Abby face a moral dilemma when they learn that the Mountain Men plan to use a missile to destroy the grounder village where many of their people are stationed. Clark decides not to warn the village to protect the larger plan. The missile strikes, causing devastating losses. Episode 13. Resurrection. The aftermath of the missile attack forces Clark to confront her choices. Bellamy continues to sabotage Mount Weather from within, but his actions put Maya, a sympathetic Mount Weather resident, at risk. Octavia confronts her brother about his decisions. Episode 14. Bodyguard of Lies. As the final assault on Mount Weather approaches, tensions rise. Clark and Lexa discuss their plans and their burgeoning trust. Bellamy and Jasper prepare for the attack from within. A betrayal from within Mount Weather threatens the success of the mission. Episode 15. Blood Must Have Blood, Part 1. The combined forces of the Sky People and the Grounders launch their attack on Mount Weather. Inside, Bellamy and the others fight to free their friends. Clark faces difficult decisions as the battle intensifies. Lexa makes a controversial choice, withdrawing her forces and leaving the Sky People vulnerable. Episode 16. Blood Must Have Blood Part 2. In the explosive season finale, Clark and Bellamy take drastic measures to save their people, releasing radiation into Mount Weather to kill the Mountain Men. This decision saves their friends, but comes at a high moral cost. Clark, burdened by the weight of her choices, leaves Camp Jaha to find solitude. The 100 Season 2 is a gripping tale of survival, leadership, and the harsh realities of making impossible choices in a post-apocalyptic world. The characters face moral dilemmas and forge unexpected alliances, setting the stage for the ongoing struggle for power and survival in the seasons to come. Subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon to get notifications on our new videos.